First you take game 1, you take game 2 in high fashion, and then in game 3 you solidify just how great your stars are. Between Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, the Dallas Mavericks have 2 stars who can go pick apart the defense whenever they want and even make it look effortless at times. Not only can both of them finish at the rim, they can both knock down tough shots from everywhere on the floor, and with their solid decision making and playmaking skills, they can find an open man time and time again for an easy bucket and close. A lot of people thought Kyrie and Luka wouldn't work out. Then they said the Mavs didn't have any solid bigs. Then it was people saying the Timberwolves would give them major problems. But if we fast forward to the current moment, the Mavs have addressed all of that and are showing everyone they came to go all the way. Now there's one game still left in this series, so we won't just write the Wolves off just yet. But when you see the way this Mavs team with Kyrie and Luka is playing, it's extremely scary. In a playoff setting, you can't make this mistake like Anthony Edwards does here, as he just roams off Kyrie, making Mike Conley have to guard both PJ Washington and Kyrie Irving. So with a quick thinker like Luka Doncic, he simply swings it back to Kyrie, which forces Conley to close out, and then it's another quick swing for a Washington 3. With a guy like Luka commanding a lot of attention, we've seen these doubles happen often, and as a result, we've seen him zip it all the way across court, which then puts the defense into rotation mode, opening up PJ Washington at the top of the key. So even though this isn't a Luka assist, he created this whole play from the initial double team. When you get to the playoffs, you need a player like Luka Doncic who can read the floor and quickly make a decision, because when the defense gets out of position, leaving open a target, or with precision, Luka will get the ball to his receiver, and now it's easy money. When guys can not only pass but score the ball just as good, it makes you think that he'll be looking for a shot coming out the post up, so Rudy shifts over to catch Luka off guard, but the thing is, Luka's quick to turn the party of 3 into a solo dine-in at the rim. I mean honestly, how can you blame the defense? When Luka starts operating with his back to the basket, he can nail these shots consistently, so I get why you want to help. But for the defense, I say it time and time again, you have to turn him into either more of a passer or more of a scorer, because when Luka is affecting the game with both his passing and scoring ability, this is when things get out of hand and now your defense is at his mercy. With the skill set to score inside with the best of them, this makes the defense sink in on Luka when he touches the paint. So with the look to Gafford, it makes Naz Reid and Rudy Gobert sink in more, and now this Derrick Jones Jr. three-pointer is underway. It's not easy to shut down such an amazing player like Luka, because just when you think you have him funneled into a trap where he'll have to pass it, Luka shows you that he's always 2 steps ahead and slams on the brakes to let everyone pass him, and it's nothing but net. You never really know what's coming next from Luka, so even if you're hustling hard, staying on your P's and Q's, he can still be creative when getting to his spot and make you give up a foul. With Dallas not only having one guy who can go to battle with a lot of different moves to serve the defense, it makes him 10 times harder to guard, because while Luka controls the game at one point, well, here comes another guard in Kyrie Irving, who's Mr. Make It Happen whenever you need something from him, as he shows up big time for this team. We previously talked about how exhausting it is to guard Irving on the floor, and if you watch this play, Anthony Edwards just gives up on Kyrie after he passes it out. This now allows Irving to move out to the opposite 3-point line. This simple dribble from Green is to pull Naz Reid and more, dish it back out to Kyrie, and the 3 ball is down. Whether he's on the ball or off the ball, Kyrie can find his jumper, because with the speed and quickness, before you know it, he's created this gap of space and the contest is far too late. He makes all of his moves so fast but yet in control, so it allows him to freely flow into his spots on the floor, and once he's in a shot motion, it's pretty much a done deal. Like really, you don't want to get caught out of place, because he'll expose that with a drive back the other way, paint the air with a high carryover while sliding past with the Euro, and the fans just love it. With the same amount of attention on the offensive end as Luka, Kyrie can outbeat the defense with his change of pace and ball handling skills that leave defenders truly lost on the court. But don't think for 1 second that he can't make the right reads out these doubles, because when Cat and Conley close in on him near half court, Irving can put this pass perfectly in Lively's hands, who then makes another correct read, resulting in a Josh Green 3-ball. Like we stated with Luka earlier, the assist wasn't directly from Irving, but the whole play was made due to the gravity he has. He's another one of those stars you have to be careful with due to his unpredictableness, as when he's en route to the basket, Kyrie angles his drive into the defender's space, so once he goes up abruptly, it's now a foul from behind and a bank off the glass for the and 1. With multiple different ways to approach the game, this makes Irving easy to play with, as you can use him off ball and he'll make his move quick to get to the exact spot he wants and finish with elegance. Not only is it easy because he can create for himself quickly, but with his swiftness, Kyrie will send it over to the open man, and now you're paying up from deep. In a past video, I discussed how on these high pick and rolls, the opposite man on the side of the floor will be open a lot, so to get the ball to an open man on the other side of the floor a different way, You can run the ball screen for Kyrie Irving back towards the middle of the floor, because with Luka being the guy standing on the other side, this forces Jaden McDaniels into either staying home on Luka or slide over to help on Kyrie. Since he chooses to help, this leaves Luka open with nothing but space and opportunity to pull up for the knockdown. It's honestly not easy to deal with two guys this talented, because yeah, the passing is great, the leadership is great, but in the playoffs more than anything, it comes down to how well your stars can score under pressure both mentally and physically. With under 2 minutes left in the game, Kyrie attacks his double team with confidence, and just as it seems like he's going to drive, Irving stops on a dime stepping back, and I'll let you hear it. The double-headed snake truly goes band for band, picking apart the defense, because just with a little over 2 minutes left in the game, Luka upfakes to get McDaniels off his feet, plans to spin back away from the basket, and even though Jaden gets a very good contest, Doncic still knocks it down. In this year's playoffs, the Mavericks are second in total clutch points with 92, shooting 49% from the field in these situations and 48% from deep. Trust and believe, it's not easy to get hot in the clutch or in the fourth quarter, because that's when the going gets tough, but for Kyrie Irving, this is exactly where he shines. With Dallas down 3 on this break, Kyrie could have broke past Alexander Walker to get the bucket, but with supreme confidence, he rises up over the top to drain the 3. It's not just once, but 2 times he makes a tough bucket, as Alexander Walker is glued to him on this possession, but with great shot creators, any amount of room is too much room, and they'll make you pay for it.
Walker with a 15-footer.
It sucks for defenders because they have to deal with Kyrie Irving, but when Luka Doncic decides he wants to play, he can hop in the mix and make shots that totally demoralize the defense. With Nasri playing solid defense on Luka, there's really not much more you can do to contest a shot, as when Luka's locked in, he doesn't even see you. Some people thought Jaden McDaniels' length would be a huge factor in limiting Luka, but as of now, it hasn't been much of an issue since Luka will use his bigger body to create space away from him and pull up right over the top. This right here is just true torture from the Mavs players on this Timberwolves defense. Kyrie and Luka have that killer mindset to go attack whatever stands in their way, and with that rubbing off on everyone around them, that's when you see guys like Gafford contesting anything at the rim coming up huge with the block, and then immediately on the other end, he rises up over Gobert to catch this lob, and well, here we go. The Dallas Mavericks are truly gelling right now, and they're on a mission to get to the final stage and win it all. Now, this was just game 3, and the job isn't finished yet, so let's not write the Wolves off. But with the odds stacked against them, it looks like the Dallas Mavericks are going to close out this series in the next 1 to 2 games and advance to the NBA Final. How do you all feel about the Mavericks, and what players on this team are standing out to you? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and make sure you turn on post notifications so you're first to know when I upload. I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.